everyone, and welcome to Beyond Focus TV. My name is Angie Daniel, and I'm the hostess for the show. On tonight's show, we have with us New York's prodigy. Her name is Mabou Loiseau. You can Google her name right after I've mentioned it, because you know she's all over the internet. She plays 7 instruments, and she speaks 9 languages. But beyond all of this effort, there's someone that stands right behind her, that's pushing her to do her best. When we come back, I'll introduce to you Miss Esther Loiseau. She is the prodigy maker. We'll be right back after this message. Welcome back to Beyond Focus TV. We have with us Miss Esther Loiseau.
Hello.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, the pleasure's all mine. I am really happy that you're here because I think part of what I wanted to do is to talk about the maker of such personhood. First, before we start, I'll let you say a little bit about yourself, who you are, and then we'll get to talk about all of the great things you're doing.
Yes, there's not much to tell about me. I'm just me. I'm Esther Loiseau, and I'm a piano teacher. That's what I do for a living. We have a music and language school, and I teach piano and I teach voice. I give voice lessons and French classes.
Okay. Earlier on, before I introduced you, I talked about how many languages that your daughter, Mabou, whom we're going to meet later on throughout the show, like, why is she learning 9 languages and she's playing 7 instruments? When Google on the internet, you can find many reasons as to what people have to say. But can you give us, in your own words, the reason behind all of that?
Okay, you say there are so many things people have to say.
Yeah.
Honestly, I appreciate that. Either they're positive or negative. To me, they're all positive because that tells me they acknowledge Mabou and they acknowledge what I'm doing, which in itself is positive.
Yes.
Because one thing we have to remember, we usually tend to make a big story about the negative things, not necessarily about the positive things. If they are talking about what we're doing, which is positive, that's a big step toward positivity in this world.
Yes.
The question was why I'm doing that. I think that's the job of a parent, to really push his or her child and make that child face the world with as many chances of opportunities as possible. And that's what I'm doing because that's my job. I just feel that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a parent, and I feel blessed that God had given me the wisdom to understand that my job is to push my daughter, and that's just what I'm doing humbly.
Okay. Part of watching her YouTube shows is that she actually really plays 7 instruments. Do you pick the instruments for her, or does she decide what she want to play next?
Okay. Mabou started learning how to play instruments. She was about 3.5 years old. At that age, kids don't necessarily pick what they want. That's why they need parents. At that age, I picked some instruments for her. Some instruments I think, or I still think are important instruments, like the piano, the violin, and I picked those. And of course, I threw in the clarinet etc. But as she grew up, she started making her own choices.
Okay.
Like the harp. She asked me, she wanted to play the harp. What I do mostly is expose her, making her see. When I sit in the afternoon with my daughter, I don't watch talk shows. We watch documentaries.
Okay.
We see what people have done that are grand.
Okay.
And that have brought some positive changes in the world.
Okay.
So that's what we watch together. So by exposing her to these different things, so she gets to see what others are doing, and she gets to make her choices. Then she asks me, "Mommy, I want to play the harp. Mommy, I want to play the guitar, the violin." The violin and the piano, as I said, are two instruments that I picked for her. But all the other ones that she has added are the ones that she has asked me.
Okay.
And if your daughter asks you to learn how to play an instrument, how are you going to say no? You're going to say yes.
It's not like it's a toy she's asking.
Exactly. It's like, yes. Okay. But I don't just throw them at her. If she asks, for example, when she asked me she wanted to play the harp, she had to promise me that she would do something else.
Okay.
She has to work to get what she wants.
Okay.
Early enough in her life, I have taught her that nothing is free. You have to deserve it, or you have to earn it.
Okay.
So I make her work and get what she wants. Well, she plays all these instruments because she likes them.
Okay, she liked them, and you felt like piano and violin, which is, by studies, opens the brain cells to absorb better.
Absolutely. Yeah. Studies have shown it has scientifically been proven that
it's a
kids that play musical instruments do better in life, in school, than kids that don't necessarily.
Let's talk about schooling.
Yes.
I mean, because I think you have a perspective to life that I actually like. Probably would not be able to afford. That's the honest truth. Would not be able to afford. And I don't know if I necessarily would be able to. I admire people that feel like it's a passion to do certain things and put in so much time within it. One of the things that you're doing is homeschooling your daughter.
I am.
I always wonder. I mean, I know that you have to follow the government curriculum.
Absolutely.
You understand?
No
So a lot of
that.
times people say, "Oh, homeschool, like they're not learning anything," but which is really not true. It's so beneficial to the child. There's only one way or the other you can look at it. Some people think, okay, they don't have social skills, right?
Right.
But because she's part of so many other things, that I assure you, she have a social life. She's socially involved. Why homeschooling?
Homeschooling, because I feel that there's nothing like one-on-one education.
Okay.
When you're in a classroom setting, you have to go and remember that if we have 13, 20, 30 kids in the classroom, everybody have to understand. So if everybody has to understand, the teacher has to go at a pace that will suit everybody else. But one-on-one education is different. When it's one-on-one, if the child doesn't know what 1 + 2 is, so the teacher cannot move to 2 + 2.
Okay.
Then that means the foundation is strong. If the one-on-one educated child is at a second grade level, that means the first grade level is fully covered.
Yes.
But which is different when the child goes to school. When the child goes to school, either the child understands or not, the teacher has to move on.
Okay.
Because the teacher has a set curriculum to follow.
Okay. All right. I like that. And I also want the community to understand that taking the government testing, she scored part of the higher score, which is in the 99% percentile.
Yeah. Exactly. I remember when they gave me the score, that test she took was for the gifted and talented.
Yes.
So when I was given the score by phone, even before they sent me I called because I was so anxious. I wanted to know. I remember they told me she scored a 99. I said, 99, why not 100?
Oh my God. I thought I was tough on my daughter.
And the lady told me, ma'am, she smiled and she said, ma'am, it's 99. We don't usually score higher than that. Then I say, okay, so I'll consider that my daughter had 100. So you can consider that because that's the highest grade we give. Okay. Yes, so that means she's homeschooled and I'm doing my job.
Yes.
You know, part of it is true that some parents, some homeschooled kids don't have the required or the best they could have at home. But
because doesn't it take some sort of like discipline, both parent and child to work together?
Absolutely. Discipline is key.
Yeah.
Homeschooling, if you don't set the goals for every day, then you're gonna fall behind.
Yeah.
With the blink of an eye, you fall behind. Because think about it. I'm home, she's home. Yeah. If I wanna run to the supermarket,
you would.
You know, I would say, let's go. If
yes.
I don't remember, hey, that's school time.
She needs five hours
You need
studying.
to study.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's about time that we get to meet this young woman that we are talking about because she's so humble. She's so beautiful. She's so nice. We're going to take a break and then we're going to bring Mabou on and to have a beautiful conversation with her. Well, afterwards, you and I will get to meet again.
Absolutely. Whatever you want, Angie.
Okay. We'll be right back. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back to bring Mabou on.
You can reach me by railway. You can reach me by railway. You can reach me on an airplane. You can reach me with your mind. You can win something to my life. Take me up on a carpet ride. You can make it in a big balloon, but you better make it soon. You can reach me by caravan, across the desert like an Arab man. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. I don't care. I need you right here, right now. I need you right here, right now, right by my side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't care how you get here, just get here. You
Focus TV. If you are just turning on your TV, we are here with New York's prodigy. Her name is Mabou Loiseau. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good, and you?
I am doing perfectly fine now that I'm talking to you. So your mom and I, we've had a conversation earlier, right, about how many instruments you play and languages that you speak. I mean, you know, it's like you this little, right? So I don't know where do you put all of these informations, but let's just talk about the languages.
It goes in here.
Really? Just here? I mean, gosh, I am surprised and amazed. Can you tell me the languages that you speak?
Well, I speak French, English, Spanish,
Three.
Russian,
4,
Arabic,
5,
Chinese.
What? You speak Chinese?
Yep.
6. What else?
I speak the
sign language
sign
ever?
language, yes.
Oh my God.
And I've also played. I also speak the Japanese.
And I know you speak Creole too.
Yes.
I've heard. Absolutely, right? So, besides that, like, I mean, I don't know. How do you get to decide, like, okay, you know what? I'm going to learn these languages and I'm going to learn how to play these instruments. It's really interesting talking to your mom about you. Out of all the instruments that you play, right? Out of all of them, if you had to pick one, which one would it be?
I think
Just
it
one.
would be the Chinese.
The languages? It would be Chinese? Really? Why?
Because the Chinese is my favorite.
Really? So is that the language that you speak the most, or?
Well...
Is it a lot easier?
It's not easy, but I like it because it depends on the teacher, the way the teacher teaches.
I like that.
Yeah.
So does the Chinese teacher make it easier?
It used to be Russian.
Uh-huh.
She used to make the class fun, so that's why I like the Russian class.
Uh-huh.
And I like Chinese. I like Chinese now because the Chinese teacher always makes the class fun.
Okay, so can you tell me a little phrase in Chinese? Like something that I should know, like how to say, I play the violin in Chinese.
我喜欢钢琴.
What? You could work for United Nations right now. You know that, right? With all the languages, you could work for anybody right this second. So let's talk about future plans, right? After you turn, let's see, 16, 17, you're going to college. What's your dream? What do you want to do when you grow up?
Well, I want it to be a lot of things, but they have two things that I really pick.
Really? What are they?
To be a scientist.
Definitely.
In chemistry.
What? Do you know how hard that is? Like, I had to take chemistry twice, and I can't tell you what my grades was at the end of it. But, go ahead.
And I really want to be a president.
You want to be a president?
Every day. I'll say, Mom, I want to be a president. Mom, I want to be a president. Mom, I want to be a president.
Do you know that you can make that happen?
Yep.
I know that you can.
Always happen.
It will happen. I can see that. I could see, president quality in you. What's your favorite toy?
Favorite toy? I don't even know if I have a favorite toy.
You don't have a favorite toy? Do you have a doll?
Yeah.
Yeah? Which one?
I have a big one.
Yeah?
But it's not even a Barbie.
It's not a Barbie? Do you like Barbies?
Yeah.
I love American Girls. Right, you like Barbies. So what do you like to do when you're not playing music, when you're not learning languages? What is the one thing that Mabou likes to do?
Maybe read a book.
That's fun. You make it seem like it's not fun to read a book. I like to read different books. But I love to read. So what's your favorite book?
I read chapter books. Sometimes when my mom is bringing me to ice skating or something, I read chapter books.
So besides the languages, the instruments, you ice skate?
Yep.
I understand you also dance.
Yes.
Yeah? Do you still play the drums?
These little things right here are really used to it.
Do you used to it? How many times do you dance?
I dance like on Tuesdays and on Wednesdays.
What? Yeah. Are you really good at it?
Yep.
Like you doing pointe now? Or are you just still doing ballerina dance? Do you do classical ballet?
Yep.
Yeah? That's what you like?
That's the ballet that I really do.
Really? Yeah. Do you think you're going to go into jazz and things like that?
I'm already in jazz.
What? And are you going to take tap dancing?
I'm already in tap dancing.
I don't understand. What is it that you're not doing? Tell me one thing that you're not doing right now. Besides not playing with American Girls, which you and I, we need to talk about. Because, you have to talk to, an American girl. We got to get into that. Right?
I think science or something.
What? You're doing practically everything. Dancing, ice skating, which I love. I'm not really good at it. I'm taking classes right now, believe it or not. I mean, okay, you can learn at any age. Yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
You can learn at
any age. Okay, so if I'm ice skating right now, there's nothing wrong with that. I see like you stared at me like I can't learn how to ice skate. All right, and you know what
that happens to me sometimes.
You know what I would love to learn how to do is to sing. I would love to learn how to sing. What would be my secret? What is the one thing that I need to do for me to learn how to sing?
Never sing from here, always sing from here.
Sing from here? Well, I think that was my problem. I've been singing from here. And a lot louder than necessary.
Yeah, when you sing from here, like, ah. But when you sing from here, like, ah.
I don't think I can do that one. I can just do, ah. So, Miss Mabou, you know, it's been really, really, really a pleasure to hear from you, because I think what you're doing, what your mom is doing with you, is really, really phenomenal. To have a child like you, and you know, I know in the future, true. I know in the future you're going to become the president. I can see this happening. Yeah. Do you know which college you want to go to when you grow up?
Harvard.
You already know which college you want to go to, so you know you want to be a president. You want to do chemistry. You're doing like 110 things. I don't know how you get to do it.
Well, they have a lot of things that I really want to do.
Like what?
And I really want to be a singer. I want to be a teacher, and well, teachers are good.
Teachers are great, you know. Because of the teachers, look, you could play like, what, 7 different instruments, and you could speak all the different languages, because teachers are really good. I love teachers.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
And I also wanted to be a doctor.
You could be that. Chemistry
I already
major?
started, how do they call that kind of science?
Which one? Okay, don't put me on a spot, because I don't know really much about science. Like, talk to me about things that I know. Like, let's talk about American Girls, okay? Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the things that I know, okay? But besides being a doctor, besides great scientist, I know you are a phenomenal singer. And yes. I would love for the community to hear you sing. You know, I'd like for them to know that you are as the prodigy that I think that you are, that I see on YouTube, and all the great things that you are doing. So I'm going to take a short break, right? And when you come back, will you sing for me?
Alright, I'd love to.
You'd love to? Okay, great. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back with Mabou singing and also playing the violin, one of my favorite instruments. All right?
The violin is really my favorite.
Is it really your favorite? It's mine too. So we're going to take a short break.
All of them is my favorite.
All of them? I thought you had a favorite. My favorite, I can tell you what my favorite is.
What?
But the violin.
It used to be the piano.
Mm-hmm.
My mom teaches me.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's the piano and the violin, but I like the violin more than the piano as my favorite instrument.
Really? I like the violin. But I don't know how to play, so maybe you be able to teach me a little bit? All right, great.
I'd love to.
You'd love to? Thank you. We'll be right back with Mabou singing for us after this little moment. We'll be back. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that singing, because she is the phenomenal person, and thank you for all.
No, my pleasure. I have to thank you for having us.
No, she's such a great kid. I mean, the conversation, I love having conversation with kids, because you know what, they're so honest.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, I love it. But besides Mabou, you do have a school.
Yes.
Okay.
I do have a music and language school where kids can come and learn how to speak different languages and play different instruments.
Okay.
We also do some tutoring in the afternoon, some kids that are falling behind in math, reading, and different things. We do that too at Doremi Arts and Languages. That's the name of the institution we have.
Okay.
Yes.
So I understand you have not 5, not 10. How many kids do you have in your school right now?
In total, we have about 200 and some kids in total, but I have about 90 piano students.
Whoa.
Kids who come to learn specifically how to play the piano.
Okay.
I know exactly, as I'm the piano teacher there.
Okay.
So yes, we have about 90 piano kids.
Okay. So if a parent who would want their child to be somewhat involved, and I think to me what it is, it's an important curriculum. It's something it's not an extra, because I think when people talk about music or talk about learning how to play an instrument, they think of it as an extra, something else to do. But it's part of learning.
Yes.
You know, if they wanted to get involved and get in touch with you, right, or have private tutoring, is that possible?
Absolutely. My doors are open, and anyone who needs extra help, tutoring for languages or math, reading, and instruments, I'm a phone call away.
Okay, what's the phone number if they want to reach you?
They can contact me at 347-755-7855.
Okay. Is there an email address that people can reach you at?
If they want to reach me, just email me at Doremi Arts and Languages. That's the name of the institution. Doremi Arts and Languages at gmail.com. Doremi, the music notes. Doremi.
Doremi.
Yes. Arts and Languages at gmail.com. Or just pick up the phone and call me. They can also reach me through Mabou's website, www.mabouloiseau.com.
Well, thank you, ma'am, for stopping by.
My pleasure.
It's been my pleasure, and I've learned a whole lot. I'm looking forward to a future president, future chemistry teacher, future everything.
Yes,
you name it.
She wants to be everything.
Yeah. and she's going to be able to make these dreams happen.
Absolutely.
No, I believe in that. Thank you for stopping by.
My pleasure. Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure's all mine.
Okay.
This is the end of our show. I've enjoyed the performances. I've enjoyed having a conversation with Mabou. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it just like I did. I will see you next Tuesday, same place, same time. Bye-bye.